Allegedly, it's just the word allegedly. It's what I heard allegedly. It's on the street allegedly. I sing to the beat allegedly. Allegedly, allegedly, it's what I heard allegedly. It's just the word allegedly. Don't blame, don't sue allegedly. It won't help you allegedly. 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 Bitch, one of you was flat. Okay. How's everyone doing this afternoon? I hope you're well. Because this series has simply gone to hell. Nobody's watching. So let's go over the season 2 ratings. Now, this was an abysmal summer for television. Abysmal. Awful. It needed to be buried and burnt. We started off strong June 2nd with 400,000 views. Not bad. Still YouTube, but not bad. Not bad. We dropped 70,000 views next episode to 332. Then we drop another 20 something thousand to 308. We bounced back to 315. Then down another 75,000 to 253. Then 278, a little better, 312, 305, 306, 358, mid-season, season 10. But then 358 to 238, 110,000 viewer loss. 110,000 viewer loss. People tried, they dug deep to find an F-U-C-K, but it wasn't heading their way. Then we have 254, 278, the reunion part 1. Series low, 189,000 people. YouTube numbers. I think my Amanda Seals video has the same numbers. Part 2, I guess people figured out there was a reunion. We got back up to 240, not even a quarter of a mil. We're going to bring in Ray and Psychic, two of our dear friends, to discuss what nobody's watching. I mean, now I would say this kind of reminds me of, since we brought up Issa Rae the other day, saying she didn't want to bring back Insecure. I kind of feel like we don't need to bring back this. Like, we tuned in for our brown sisters. We tuned in for the black girls. And this is, I would say it's another instance of kind of like Martha's Vineyard, the friendships weren't authentic, and the people, like, they were all interesting on their own, but together the group didn't cohese. What do y'all think? Because that's kind of what I felt, why it didn't catch and why those ratings were so abysmal.
Well, hi, everybody. Hi, Alex. Hey, Aaron. Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I can honestly say that whole season could have been in one episode. They stretched those, what do you call them, plot holes until they dang near popped like a rubber band. It was so just, again, we have to hear about this. Again, and poor Caroline Brooks, she just pulled stuff out of her behind each and every time she could. Everything was an issue. I mean, I don't know. I mean, come on now. Just because I'm about to call her Flame Monroe, child. What's her name? Lisa. With her.
Not Flame Monroe.
I was Monroe, child. Or is it?
That's funny though.
What is it called, child? I don't know. But
good enough. Keep going.
Yeah. So, just because Caroline Brooks has her own spa, she couldn't participate or she felt slighted. So it just seemed like she was just putting 20 on 10. Maybe
20 on 2.
I was just about to say maybe 20 on 2.
Like, and I'm sorry, and I feel like, why are you upset that this other Black woman who has a business just like you, okay, it's not a spa, but if she's going to do something on this huge platform, she knows how Bravo can be shiesty and them cameras can be shiesty. So she's going to make sure Mia Rowe is everywhere where you're going to see that name. She's going to get that exposure.
She's going to skinny girl that shit.
And what's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? Like, you were on the show to do something. Like, nobody put you down for talking about, for having your segment on the show, building your spa. We celebrated you. We would have done an event at your spa. Like, girl.
And you see how Lisa outed her by saying you do participate in non-Caroline Brooks spa events. You even get your hair and tresses done outside of your spa. I mean, it was just very, I'm putting on just to get some traction because we need another season so I can pay for this spa, because I'm sick and tired of going on these dates and doing whatever she's doing. I believe Talene when she said she is dating men for money, because a lot of women do, a lot of attractive women do, and that's fine.
And
but I'm pretty sure
I wouldn't
really.
I mean, if I look like that, you would pay to see me come and see me go.
Hello, time is money.
Really?
As far as what's her name, Ayan, she just lives for the camera, and I don't know if it's her perception of things, and she just takes it too far. But her whole personality is taking it too far. So it's a little hard to tell with that. Talene, I think she did put in a little too much request with Brooks, as far as Brooks calling it begging. I think Talene did kind of inference herself on more than one occasion as far as getting on this show. Like Andy said, a lot of people want to get on Housewives. That's fine. It's okay. But, maybe Talene didn't want to seem desperate, but I think she was, because, she was giving much like Brooks, trying to make a scene when there's no need for a scene. Now, the European Caroline, Stansbury, I think she's sick and tired of her husband. I think she just wants something every now and again without all the extra. He seems too needy, and it's a total opposite of who she is. I think she was more infatuated with the fact that this young boy wants this old me, but now is getting too much to be a pain. I predict they will not be married before 2027. What's the other girl's name? Lisa. I think she was spot on. I didn't catch her on a lie anywhere. I didn't think she was putting on, but I do think she was promoting the hell out of her stuff, which is what she should be doing. The girl who's always spiritual. What's her name? Sarah. Poor Sarah. That man show was fine, but he was show ignorant at the same doggone time. I'm glad she got rid of him. I'm glad she has a better mindset to where I don't need you. I'm cool on you. Peace out. But he show was fine, wasn't he? Ooh, that man looked good. I'm not to say he was fine. Anybody else I'm missing? I think that's about it. See, all in one recap, all in one sitting.
in
Well,
10 minutes.
yeah. I mean, listen, I didn't even watch the season and I'm caught up. And to be honest, the reason I popped on here is that, I was not really excited to watch this season. I felt like they waited way too long from the first season to premiere it. So there's one of my arguments to why I don't think it should come back. I felt like season one, these ladies were trying very hard, even harder than like Salt Lake City. You know what I mean? It's like I feel like Carolyn Stansberry thought she understood the assignment because she came from Ladies of London. I think these ladies kind of, and we got a lot of fashion, but we got imitation housewifery, especially season one. And I was thinking about why I wasn't like why I was so apathetic about this upcoming season. And I think the thing about the Housewives of Dubai that I can't quite escape is that there is an oppressive vein underneath the spirit of that city. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be
Ooh,
drunk in public.
you know what? That is such a good point because Housewives is quintessentially American, and it's very much about the women's empowerment brunches. It's about women making their own money, making their own decisions. Half of them get divorced. So it's definitely, when you said that oppression, I was like, that is what it is.
And throwing a fit in public in a restaurant. The quiet woman has never been quiet.
The quiet woman is a loud bitch.
So the fact that they cannot be intoxicated in public. You have to keep it cute in public. You can't do anything embarrassing. Let's not forget the underlying homophobia there and like I said, oppression. And also again, speaking to Brooks having friends for money because they give her money. There's a lot of wealth there, but there's a lot of misogyny. And so a lot of people find themselves in Dubai to make money of all kinds of fashions. But tale as old as time, a prostitute. I'm not suggesting that Caroline is. I'm just saying that I think it's the fact that housewives are usually embarrassing themselves in public. They don't care. They're there to have a good time. All of these things, right? Like they're there to have a good time.
It's about drunken antics. And like with Sharon Bador or Lisa Wu Decepts, sometimes the drunken antics go too far. Or like with what's her name? Sanya Morgan, another one. When the drunken antics go too far.
Brandy Glanville, child.
Yeah. When the drunken antics go too far, it can be too much. But yeah, on Dubai, where you do have that, it's very conservative here, and we don't want people to think certain things of us. It's like y'all can't really sling mud and get foolish the way we need you to get foolish.
With that being said, I'm surprised that Lisa was really calling Talene the B word a lot at that dinner in the restaurant. Now I can see them kind of going off at someone's house outside in the in the driveway, but to be in a unique public space, I was really shocked considering that law exists down there. But I guess she got away with it.
I wonder too if maybe they've gotten certain restaurants that they talk to ahead of time and are like, this might be a scene, but do you mind? I don't know. Like, I don't even know. But
those are probably places that want to advertise themselves as the new Middle East, where it's like you can come here and you can be a tourist and feel a little at home. We aren't as strict here.
Yeah, I just feel like for me that is one of the biggest detractors, really, because like you were saying, the antics of the housewives, they need to feel free. They need to feel free to do whatever they're gonna do.
And you can definitely tell none of them feel free. No. None of them feel free in public. it's definitely like, a shunning there is a real thing. And it's, I get it. I do I really do. That oppression word really hit home.
Yeah, because I just can't quite forget that. And I think that the culture of being so conservative, you can't help but be more conservative in how you behave, like internally too. You know what I mean? So I would be that's why I think we're lacking a lot of these when they're at each other's homes or in a private space where they can really confront one another. There's a lot of, it's just not as authentic as other shows because if you always have to be buttoned up, it can't help but seep into your personal life too, in the way that you approach things. It's just that it becomes natural.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, going off isn't an option, so I'll have to be very passive aggressive.
Yeah. And
And
Ayana's no, go ahead.
and it also seems like, and if you aren't, very much in line with everyone else, you're ostracized.
Yeah. And I mean, and Ayan is very like funny and performative and like almost like, she's totally a character, which I can appreciate, but you also have to have some legitimate uh situations to interact with to be funny. You can't just be like, walking around like a little, like a parrot, being all, exciting and colorful, and there's no good reason.
You were like a parrot because all you were doing were mimicking. It was not original thought.
Yeah.
And that friendship with Stanberry at the end of the season, like, I mean, even all through it, it was like, girl, like you and Lisa, like it felt contrived. It felt
Exactly.
boring. It was like, this is only season 2. We're not interested in y'all enough yet to have that type of who's a better friend drama. You've got to be like 3 or 4 seasons in. Y'all are still getting to know.
I was shocked at how Lisa was so hurt, but then again, they've been friends longer than the show started, of course. Um, that whole deal with the voicemail was very weird for Ayan to even be offended since she's the one who betrayed Lisa's trust by playing it in the first place. I don't know if she was trying to get Stanberry to be her friend with it, but it was just very backstabby, for her to do that, knowing that Lisa sent it to her in confidence and to be offended because she was called out by it. I mean, really, Ayan, you know?
And it's like, if you're going to bone carry, you got to be able to stand in it.
10 toes.
Exactly. And it's like, that backpedal pussy pop cry you did wasn't cute. And Lisa was like, I don't know why you're upset. Yeah, because your slip was shown. But honestly, on it's like, it was you like you use a lot of clothing to hide a lack of story.
Mm-hmm.
And your quips were good, but I'll also say Jan didn't have much to work with. You had Meanie Brooks, boring Stanberry, and honestly, I feel like Stanberry, like the plot line of the young husband and you having a baby at 70. Girl, I'm sorry. Them fossilized dinosaur eggs. What the hell are you having? A Koopa? She looks like the queen from that Super Mario Brothers movie. She sure does.
Okay, out of here.
Yes, she does.
Oh.
I'm gonna look her ass up right now.
That's why I think she's just patronizing her husband just to make him happy and get him out of her hair. Cause she is sick and tired of that man. I'm telling you, it ain't gonna last. It ain't gonna last unless he change. Cause she ain't here for it. She wants to be left alone, and he keeps bothering her. He keeps bothering her.
He's the one that married a younger Italian. Like he acts like exactly what he is.
This heifer right here. This is Stanberry. hold on. Oh, wait, here we go. This heifer right here is Caroline Stanberry.
Oh,
Let me zoom in. That is who this heifer is. This is Caroline Stanberry.
that lady.
That is Caroline. Say, y'all remember the Super Mario Brothers movie? If you're a person of a certain age, it was a hoot. And if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's a good bad movie. But yeah, he is a mama's boy, and this is what he married. Girl, Nia said I didn't even watch this season.
Me neither, friend.
Oh Lord, somebody said Chanel plays victim a lot. Oh Lord, don't let her hear you say that.
Oh, don't say the V word, Lord Jesus.
Ay, ay, ay. You know, listen, it's really hard when someone has a trauma that is so kind of like that they can throw out like a blanket block. Do you know what I mean? Where you're like, you even say like anything close to the V word, and then it's like, oh my God, how could you say that? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But it's like, girl, you're on a shady show. You can't, like, I'm sorry, but no. The cast have no common ground with each other, and it shows, hence the pointless drama. Exactly. It's like they have to find some people. And they say, now also, like, they say Lisa and Eon were friends for 10 years before the show. I want to know how strong was that friendship. Because now, like, they've gone on and said, like, a lot of times those friendships are lies. And, like, they might have met in passing. They might have a photo together. Also, do not put it past Bravo that they won't doctor a photo. Please do not put it past Bravo that they won't doctor a photo.
They absolutely, like, they will be, do you know anybody? And then the way they cobble together that show, I would like them to stop doing that. I really would. Like, please, if they don't know each other, don't do that. Just say, you know what, we're giving I'm bringing a new friend on to give a shot. You know what I mean? Stop trying to give us some stupid, flimsy storyline that just simply didn't exist. We don't know this bitch. That's what it just opened it up with.
Really, exactly. It's like, I'm making a new friend. Like, say, like, oh, we met at a fashion event, and, you know, she seemed like a cool girl, so I decided to invite her to lunch. Like, how honest is that? Like, and that's how people make friends. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, you know, hey, would you like to go to lunch? Me and my girlfriends are going to lunch. I think you'd actually enjoy it. She'd love to meet you. You're a real hoot.
I do think we've talked about this before, Alex. I do wonder if some kind of adjustments to the format is in order for Housewives, especially franchises like Dubai, to even survive, where we break the fourth wall even more. We acknowledge the fact that this is a job that they do have. They do make appearances. They do get recognized. There is paparazzi. There is relationships with bloggers. I mean, you know, we have to evolve that's what's happening, because that's what a lot of these ladies are doing. And that's where there's a lot of outrageous crap happening, to be quite honest, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, I just wonder if they did more of that with Dubai, if it would help. Do you know what I mean? Where we don't even try to, like, pretend that y'all are friends. You, like, are under some kind of different premise of, we're trying to see if this friend group can survive because we're trying to build community or something like that. I don't know.
Maybe I would say that maybe if it was like, you know, maybe instead of call it Housewife, call it the New Girls, where it's like we're all kind of new to each other. We all just moved to the city, or like are trying to make, you know, friends, trying to make a friend group outside. I think that would make more sense, because then we'll have the authenticity of what it's like to make new friends as adults. And that's something that we can relate to, where it's like, okay, a lot of your behavior will make a lot more sense. And two, it'll be like, okay, Like, who's going to actually like open up and really share and try to make a friend? And we'll see like who are the natural, like what two groups are natural, who's the lone wolf. I like that idea.
But I don't know. I mean, would you, Ray, would you watch a season 3 or are you done?
Bring in some other people. Let's try and work around some things. I would say get rid of Sarah because, frankly, I'm kind of tired of the so-called peacemaker. But it's I don't know. She doesn't really do it for me.
Or Andy, because she was at the end of the couch.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe bring in more of an eccentric person that's native there, or may have just gotten there. Someone similar to Bronwyn from Salt Lake City. Someone who's different but still fits in. Maybe to bring a little difference and just some more excitement to the group because it's just so blah.
It is very blah. And like Chanel thinks she's bringing the spice, but it's like it's turned into clownery.
Yeah,
it's like hot sauce that's only got a burn to it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's just flavor. It's just heat, no flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what they need? You know what's funny? I'm going right back to Bling Empire.
Ooh.
And they need like who is that old woman who
that passed away?
Yes.
Anna.
They need an Anna.
R.I.P.
Bring all them girls together. Yeah.
Yeah, they need like a matriarch that they're connected to that's like uber wealthy. Because like all y'all are like, okay, you see, like you're living there, but I'm not seeing, it was wealth, but it's like, okay, where's the shopping?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to see all the opulence. I'm only getting that on Beverly Hills every now and again. We want to see some stuff other than just mess and contrived plot
It's
holes.
like, okay, y'all have nice houses. And the houses were nice, but they were also like, even Stanberry's house, it was like, okay, but it's still kind of cookie cutter.
Because you can't get a big old house in Dubai. It's like, properties at a premium space. You know what I mean? So I agree. I think that one of the biggest appeals of Dubai should be the shopping, should be the immeasurable wealth and the grandiosity of things. Because it's certainly not going to be necessarily a big old sprawling house because Dubai is, land is a premium there.
I was wondering, you know how certain parts of the town or city is just really off limits and not really accessible to just anybody. Maybe that's a reason why we're not seeing what we really want to see, because I know for a fact in Miami, what's that place where Diddy was living? It's not filmed.
All Island.
Yep.
So maybe that's what it is. Maybe the stuff, the real opulence is, there's no filming here. Maybe that's what it is.
Probably because it's a very conservative country. Goes back to my underlying vein of oppression.
I'm just trying to I don't know, because I would think anyone living over there would just be dripping in, and just dreaming of, because it's so expensive and it's just so, wow to
the amount of wealth that's over there.
You know what they gave? They gave us like the working rich. That's what I would say they all gave us, the working rich.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a fair statement.
Who was
like I feel like Trevor Dubrow and Lisa Vanderpump still have more than y'all.
You know what I just figured out? The girl that didn't come back this season, she's rich like that. I remember them talking about the license plates and the least amount
You took it out. Mm-hmm.
the least amount of characters you have on your license plate is the more expensive. Like if you have a single character or digit on your license plate, it's like $50 million to purchase. Who in the hell is purchasing a license plate for 50 million? That's who we want to see on TV.
I mean, the amount of FU money you got to have oh my goodness. Yep. Yeah, and see, she didn't stay because I mean, when you have a culture that starts out on a conservative basis, right? Like it starts out the gate frowning upon the very thing that housewives are.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be tough to accomplish what you're after.
And that's why they got these Americans and Jamaicans and Brits.
These folks, you know, these expats.
Exactly. And let's see, Talina's Armenian, which means you're not from there. And Sarah's the only one that's like from there.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's also back to Ray Ray's point where the people that are truly like the super crazy rich, they because it's a conservative culture and because Middle Eastern culture, even on a larger scale, is a more conservative culture. Let's be honest, you know what I mean? Especially when it comes to women's behavior. So, decorum, like, you know what I mean? And like, I think when you're dealing with a certain level of wealth that is like that expansive, and not only that, but family wealth, you probably also have to get other people's buy-ins to be so public and to do things like that. You can't embarrass the family name and all kinds of things.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Like Tinsley Mortimer getting cut off from the family trust.
Right. She's lucky that they're kooky and Southern. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we talked about this. They certainly had no problem parading out her mugshot from her domestic violence, drunken, resulting from, you know, a drunken fight with her fiance. But at the same time, nobody attacked her the way that they did Shannon. But Tinsley also got to keep all of that family money, and nobody disowned her for being a disgrace.
Yeah, and I mean, well, she finally got married. I'm
She
really
did.
happy for her.
Me too. To a widower with 3 kids. She married a doctor. He's a widower with 3 young kids. So she's like, it's a nice, happy ending story for her.
Wow.
Yeah.
With children. Okay.
Yep. And listen.
Well, she wanted kids, and it had kind of gotten late in the game.
She cried over those eggs.
Yeah, because she was but she was like 41 when that filmed, and then it was like 3 or 4 years later when she got married. So I could see not wanting to go through a pregnancy at 45.
Or they might do one and with a surrogate, you know, get her that one baby because she's been hanging on to those eggs for so long. Her and her mama looking in the phone at the picture of them and crying. I can see her trying to get one, but if she can't, she's good, right? Because she's literally, you know, not replacing, but she's literally marrying someone with 3 little people that I think like 2 girls and a boy or something like that. But that really,
and that might keep her hands full.
Sure.
3 might keep her hands full when she's like, you know what, we don't even need to crack them eggs.
And they're all they're all like under 6 or something like that.
No, I think they're like under 10.
Ooh, elementary, Lord.
Yeah, they're all elementary kids.
Yeah, that
But listen, she got her happily ever after. That's instant family. And there's not even an ex-wife to deal with. You know, RIP to that poor woman, but like she's do you know what I mean?
A clean break.
Hey, listen, and you're coming in like a hero. With money and motherhood.
Just about to say, with lots of money to make
Right?
him happy.
And he's a doctor, so it's not like he's like a poor, he's perfectly suitable for her, but all her family money certainly outweighs that. But, listen, I'm happy for her because she was so stupid with that guy that would not marry her.
Oh.
Yeah.
And for a minute, it seemed like he didn't want to marry her because of the show.
Right.
Or at least
I think a lot of men hide behind that.
He was outside. That man was outside.
I don't even know if it's hiding behind that. I really do think that level of scrutiny, and then the thought of what is going to come out of the woodwork, what ex-girlfriend, what bit like does she? I think it makes men feel insecure because it's like, okay, well, now you're going to be the more famous one. You are going to be the one with more social capital. So why are you trying to be with me? I could definitely see men thinking like that. And he wasn't the least attractive.
He was not.
See, Tinsley, there are a lot of women that like Tinsley, like Brooks. Look at Brooks's ex-husband. He's nothing to look at. But I find a lot of beautiful women like a man that isn't, that much to look at physically because they like being the pretty one.
He also had a lot of money. He was very successful.
Yeah, so it's like exactly. It's like, he could be funny. Like men that aren't that, attractive, they find other ways to have things going for them. So I could definitely see it.
Was Scott a trust fund baby too?
No.
No, he had a major business.
He made I think he made Honey, that coupon thing.
There you go. It was some
it's something like that. It's something that big too, where like he sold it and it's like he's rich forever from that.
Yeah, he's very wealthy. John Manassian asked him for money. Remember, Dorinda chewed him out drunkenly over the phone because of it.
Oh, I missed that season. Good grief. I know she did.
I think it was Dorinda's last season it came out. Or maybe it was the Giovanni season. I don't know. You know what I mean? Giovanni!
Season before Be Strong with the hurricane help to Puerto Rico.
Ooh, see? Listen,
season
before
that was the season, because that was the first season that Dorinda was like, okay, now it's gone from Luann and Sonia being the drunks to you being a mean drunk. And then that second season, she was a mean drunk. And then it was, you're on pause.
Yeah, because remember when she embarrassed herself at that dinner before Puerto Rico?
Oh, yes.
My favorite was when she read Sonia for filth. When she said she was the Holland Tunnel. I said, ooh, child.
Your vagina's the Holland Tunnel.
And then she kind of cupped her hands and her legs. Like, oh my God.
I wanted to punch her when I don't have a mugshot. I don't have a mugshot. And it's
my God.
You're about to get one.
Dorinda ghetto.
But and she pulled it back around,
Ooh.
She was hanging on for dear life during girls' trip. Mean Dorinda popped on out, but she managed to contain it enough.
She sure was.
She's like, I have to give them, she was like, I got to give them a little something. I can't be boring. I miss Girls Trip. I wonder if we'll ever get that again, or if
God, I can't wait to see that. I am waiting to see my girl. You're gonna find this funny, but I have been rooting for Gretchen Rossi for a long time. That is my girl. Her and Heather both. Those are my girls from OC. I need to see Gretchen like yesterday.
She did. See, I don't think they're gonna let this one air. I think but what I'm
Oh wait,
livid
was
about.
Gretchen on this season?
Yes, she was. It was a reuniting. Vicky, Vicky and
And the
Gretchen were
clone.
together. Vicky said
And the
Gretchen.
crone.
Yep. No, Vicky said that they had a great time. They had a lot of great TV. A lot of people are really upset about the fact that this season is not going to air because of what happened with Caroline and Brandy, which was one incident on an entire trip, right? And that they're like, but everything else that we filmed was really entertaining. And so I'm really mad about it as well. I'm hoping that they'll release it after this lawsuit is settled, but what I'm hoping for more than that is that they just make more. Just keep going. Like if you need to scuttlebutt that one because of all of the lawsuit, fine. But like, why can't we keep having more girls trips? Maybe because there were 2 lawsuits. I don't know.
Child, just cut it out.
Mm-hmm.
Just cut it out and everything after it, cut and paste like they always do, and just put it out.
Cut her out like Sherry Vine from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh.
What season was
Sherry
that?
Pie. Sherry Pie. Excuse me, not Sherry Vine. Love her. Sherry Pie. Whoops.
What season was that?
Oh God.
Alex,
it was before the pandemic.
Rockin' Sakura was on that season. What was that?
I don't know. None of them people.
12?
It was
13?
the season before the pandemic.
Yeah. It was before you started watching it.
Girl.
Yeah, because I remember I was dating Max, and Max loved Drag Race. And I had just gotten cable, so we were watching like all of Drag Race. And that was the season that Sherry Vine was on. And I was starting to do Pie, and I was starting to review Drag Race at the time.
Yeah, we can't defame Sherry Vine. She is a classic and an amazing, but yes, no. Yeah, that one was scandal. I'll have to tell you about it. I agree. I feel sad because I actually feel like Girls Trip is kind of where a lot of the old, like where they should be headed with the franchises, because it allows the women that have been on for a really long time to come in, do what they do best, and like give us a fun trip without it being like forcing storylines that just aren't happening anymore.
Yes. Oh, that is such a great way where it's like, y'all are still interesting. Bravo now has enough spin-off shows where we can keep you working between Traders and Girls Trip. Y'all can maybe you've got the dating show coming out. Y'all could come up with like maybe 1 or 2 more things, another challenge show, maybe another game, maybe another thinking game show. And it's like, you can keep the old people working where it's like, these are established personalities that, you can still capitalize off of. They still have a fan base that will tune in. And then you can mix it with people from your newer properties to get them watching that.
Yeah.
And that's where some of the Housewives that are paused can become unpaused, like Portia Williams.
Amen. You did exactly what we were. Yeah,
because Portia had to prove herself on Girls Trip in order to get back into the roster, because she was put on pause after that 3-part commercial. Shout out to Nene Leakes.
A 3-part commercial.
Oh, maybe Nene will be on a Girls Trip. Now that'll be a confirmation.
Oh,
you know what? I'm happy. I'm ready to see it. If y'all are making up, please put someone who, like her or hate her, is a solid, like is a pillar of this pantheon. We have, this is in part the house that Nene built.
Who would be on Nene's season? Great question, ladies.
Oh, damn.
Kim.
Oh, God.
You have to.
I would say instead of Kim, Kenya. Because I need some confrontate. I want someone that would be willing to have some
and Kim. Them 3, child.
I don't know about Kim. I feel like in this climate, Kim's casual racism won't fly.
Ooh.
I really feel like we need Nene back at her lightest and brightest. And I feel like we could do Kenya, because Kenya doesn't have a problem with casual racism, but I feel like this is an era where, that line about Nene and eating chicken, that won't fly. That won't fly. And Kim also wouldn't be woman enough to say, I want to apologize for that, Nene. Like, I don't, the way she talked, there's too much stuff that we can bring up that I get it. Kim entertained us, but that was a time when when we let shit slide, and we're just not letting shit slide these days. And I feel like it would overshadow what we need out of Nene.
I feel Kim is so desperado, she will do all the things to make it right.
She is about to get put out.
Put at.
There.
Not just out, but at.
At.
And she trying to get Croy off of her back.
I'm trying to think of like who from New York.
That before they had all them damn kids.
Oh Lord.
Well,
maybe you could afford that house.
She thought she had a cha-ching, but it was more of a clunk, clunk, clunk.
No, she blew the money. He had money. She blew it.
Gambelina.
Yeah, Gambelina, Spendalina, Showalina,
Shopalina. Now it should be Thriftalina, Sellalina,
Drinkalina,
eBaylina.
Ooh, ooh.
I'm trying to think of like, because I would like to see other women that would be, would not back down if there were a confrontation, that would feel comfortable being around Nene on like a peer level. Do you get what I mean? That they have they have their own internal sense of self-confidence, that they wouldn't be intimidated by it. And I don't want too many housewives that are like trying to super duper kiss ass either. Not that I want to see a bunch of confrontation on purpose. I'm just saying that I feel like
Candy Burris.
Oh, look, we're just like doing Atlanta. We're like, nobody from the other franchises could probably even handle it.
Candy is the only one that I feel would get activated with Nene and honestly enjoy it a little bit.
Candy has definitely always been an energy that has no problem being like, you are crazy. Yeah, like she, because I was thinking about Jersey, and I was like, Margaret would kiss Nene's butt. I don't think Margaret would stand up to her. I think Teresa's too dumb for Nene. It just wouldn't, yeah. And then none of, you know what I mean?
Let's see, Potomac.
Oh yes,
I think
Giselle would Dallas. What?
How do you feel about two girls from Dallas? Brandy, the redhead, the cheerleader, the ex-cheerleader, and she was the dark-haired girl who's a friend of Leanne.
I found. I don't know what.
Hello.
You mean crap? What's her name? Was it with a D?
She and her mom had issues with her father's will. She had dark hair.
Yes, I know. And like her name is literally on the tip of my brain.
I think those two would be good on Girls Trip.
I never saw Dallas, so I'd be open to them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think Brandy was always bringing a sense of fun where she was pushing the limits, because some people was offended by. Yeah, I think she would be an interesting energy if she was there to do that. I think a lot of the Dallas cast was quite downtrodden at the end, which
yeah.
So sorry to them. Let's see. Who from Beverly? Maybe Erica Jane in there.
Erica would be good.
Yeah, she's from Georgia, so she gets it. you know.
Yes, yeah, I could see Erica. Yeah, she is from. It would be fun to see Erica with some black women because I feel like Erica knows how to hang out with some black women. I feel like that would actually be fun. It would give us what Kim would be trying to give.
Yeah, let's replace Kim with with Erica.
With Erica.
For sure.
Because I like how Erica said, like, look, I'm a white woman from the South. I understand there's certain things that you just don't say.
Well, do we bring Giselle or Ashley or Dr. Wendy?
No, and no.
Okay.
I completely agree.
So no Potomac?
Leave them in the DMV.
What about Kern?
I feel like
I think she has to stay and watch Ray. No
I
shame.
think Karen would be the fence again, and I don't need anybody to ride it.
Okay. All right. So yeah, so no, I don't know. Ashley does manage to put her forehead in everybody else's business.
And I can see her like pretending.
I love when Candace said, you always put your nose, your face, and your forehead in every.
Yeah. Listen. We can laugh at some
Candace,
of it.
I think Candace dropped that baby. Maybe Candace could go because she's a little spitfire.
True.
Yeah.
True.
She'll have to
put
pump.
Candace in there. Yeah, she's having a boy. But Ashley is the kind that would ask Nene, smiling in her face, a question that might potentially be insulting because she's willing to do that. So maybe one of the two of them. Anyone from Miami? I think they should bring Leah Black.
I like Leah.
I think Leah Black would absolutely not antagonize Nene, but also not take anything.
Leah from Miami.
The older one who was
the one that didn't come back.
I think she was PR to all the rappers and stars and stuff.
I barely seen like this last season of Miami, so was
she even on it?
No.
Yeah, Leah's from old school, but I just think Orange County.
Sutton? No, I don't need the crying. I don't need the fucking crying. I don't. I said it. I take it back. Poi. No.
Bring Gretchen back again.
You know what? I was going to say, like, we'll definitely have, except for Brandy, and Caroline, because now that you're suing, I don't think they're going to bring you back, or, it'll be 10 years, ask Nene. Bloop.
Oh, who would really kind of not really match is Sai, because she has a little,
what about Brynn? We could throw Brynn in there.
I don't think so.
For the annoying part. I think
Sai would get it started. I agree with Ray. I think Sai would get it started. I don't know about I need to see. I am not like, I thought New York premiered on Sunday and I was kind of disappointed that it didn't, but I am not really here for any of the girls on New York. I haven't fallen for any of them. I don't I don't dislike them, but I'm definitely like, if they replaced all of you, I would not be mad. I'm like that. I don't care. Maybe I'll care this season, but I honestly, it's giving Dubai. And actually, you know what? Let's check the numbers.
Well, I just meant Brynn for that annoying, look at me energy, because we got to have different types of characters on the trip. You know what I mean?
That is true. God.
So that's
you know what? It was fresh last season because we didn't know her, but oh God.
True, I understand. I know.
With that. There's something, you know what? She reminds me of the girls I went to summer camp with. that thought I was cute. Just irritating. It's like, you don't get it, do you? You don't get it.
I suppose it should be more X ones, right? Isn't that the whole point? Well, no, they had current. They did. Anyone from? Oh, what about Mary?
Girl,
Mary ain't going. Actually, you know
we
what?
know
That would be hot because, like, trap Mary on a boat where she can't go any fucking where, where there's nowhere for her to run.
I really hope deep down that Mary is not truly evil and a person that took advantage of poor people in the church, even though I bet you that's true, because the way they got her in the confessionals this season, when she was talking about the bread and the purse, and she goes, and that had to have been recently, because little girls don't have purses. I fell over.
It's true. That's true.
Over.
But you know, Heather is the only one who would kind of fit in anyway with that group.
But Heather was so stupid on Thailand. I was not impressed with that girls trip at all, to be honest. Okay. She wasn't as annoying as Leah, but she was close.
So here is where the ratings stand. Now, this is comparing 13 to 14, the old versus the new. So 13 started with 1 million views. 14 started with 672. Then we kept it at 871. We kept it in the 8s for 4 weeks. But with the new, it went right to the 4s. We had a bump up mid-season to 558, but we stayed about in the 5s, so it's still doing better than Dubai by about 150,000 to 200,000 per episode. But I'm really wondering because it's, the finale was 416 series low. The reunion was 536 and 541. We're going to see if it has Dubai views, because I feel like it's going to. I feel like we don't care about these heifers.
I'm willing to give it a chance because I need to see, make or break, right? I feel like this is a make or break season. But that's really about it. And they need to hurry up and do this, because part of why I lost steam with Dubai is it took far too long to come back out.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate when they do that.
I understand your hatred for when they do that, but I'll be honest. I think if it was good, like how the premiere episode of Salt Lake City was, exactly, it wouldn't have mattered. If they had come back after 2 years and they actually had like some new shit going on in their lives and there was something interesting, you'd be like, maybe they need to do 18 months between the seasons from now on. Give the heifers time to breathe. Give some stuff to get organic. And maybe that's what they wanted to try. And
I agree. It's too close. As soon as they're done, 3 weeks later, they're shooting again. Well, damn. Can they at least go use the bathroom first?
Right.
Yeah.
Like with Salt Lake City, it was like 3 months.
Yeah, I do think you need to like have a sit down and like disconnect and like take a minute. I do agree with that part. I don't like it when they pick up too soon. But I agree with you, Alex. That comment is true, because let me tell you something. I watched the Pinto show Sister Wives. They are showing stuff that's like 2 years old. But the way all of those polygamy wives are leaving Cody Brown, everybody's watching and they don't even care because it's compelling television.
Yeah. I mean, and a lot of these shows are, filmed like, oh, it's Christmas and we're watching it in October, where it's like, oh, wow, it's been a minute.
Yeah, I think Dubai had an exceptionally long time. Like, they did. Think about it. But anyway, so I do think, especially when it's a young show, it can be, you need to get it going. You need to give it all the support that you can.
It was an exceptionally long time for an unexceptional show.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. It's not like Euphoria, where the world is waiting with breath that is bated.
Exactly. You took away the little bit of F I had left by, because there was no bated breath. It was just, An exhalation that was long gone.
Well, on that note, let everybody know where they can find y'all.
Hey y'all, it's Ray Ray all day. You can find me here on YouTube and putting out shows with my girl Erin here. And we just started reviewing Selling Sunset. We're on season 8. Episode 1 is coming out in a minute. And we're just going to keep pushing through. I think Southern Charm is coming through. We're going to do that. And I'm just reviewing whatever comes to mind. So check me out, subscribe. Thanks.
You can catch me on Ray Ray All Day's channel. You can also catch me on Alex's channel on occasion. And you can also catch me on Instagram at psychic_ELB. If you would like to get a psychic rating, please hit me up in the DMs. I give all of the Biffas a friends and family discount.
Okay, well, thank y'all so much for joining me for this, and we will see y'all soon. For some.
Bye.